So it's not like nothing has been done. All they're saying is that this has been done, this is what we're doing, and we will continue to try to do good things. I know for a fact that the social studies classes are not leveled. If you want to be in an honors or an AP class, you can be in one. You can be in one in English if you take a test. They lowered the test grade. Okay, well, you got to get a 10 to get into on AP. Well, let's take it down to 9. Let's take it down to 8. Let's take it down to 7. The major thing that they have leveled is math and science. So you can't say that nothing has been done. I mean, that would be, it's just wrong to say that. It's wrong to say that.
Who said that nothing has been done?
That's because that's what you're sitting here screaming, that all these years you've been here, a decade and a half. So I've been here 2 decades, and I'm telling you that something has been done before this lawsuit.
No, nothing has been done.
Okay. Now you
I'm going to go back.
You just said that.
I'm going to go back and say.
Rewrite. Okay, you said nothing has been done.
Well, you're right. Things have been done. But it's just the white. It's been white.
I'm telling you as a fact that every kid does not want to be in a high level class.
I never said no. But based on what you were telling me, that it's okay for the school to do what they're doing.
I never said it's okay, but I'm saying to you that you can't put everybody in a high level class, and everybody doesn't want to be in one.
Time check. The time is approximately 9 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call them at 973-763-2011.
I hope we're wrapping this up. Let us wrap this up because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
2011. When we come back, I hope Marjorie's less angry. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. For more, go to SoMore.org to participate in the discussion.
The Strollers present Bruce Norris's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Clybourne Park, Fridays and Saturdays, November 7th, 8th, 14th, and 15th at 8 p.m., and Sunday, November 9th at 2 p.m. Sunday matinee will be sign language interpreted for the hearing impaired. All performances at the Bergdorf Center for the Performing Arts, 10 Durand Road, Maplewood. Adult tickets, $20. Student senior, $15. For tickets, call 973-761-8453 or visit our website, www.thestrollers.org. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Segregated schools were and are inferior schools. We still haven't fixed them 50 years after Brown versus Board of Education. And the inferior education they provided, then and now, helps explain the pervasive achievement gap between today's black and white students.
I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
When we take those tests, even when black and Latino students score at the top of the distribution, so even when black and Latino students do very well using the biased and absurd indicators that we use in this country, they're still 40% less likely to be put into an advanced placement class or an honors class in high school than white students who scored in the middle of the distribution. So you have average white students, according to this criteria, and of course the criteria is bogus, but understand it's the one we use. Using this criteria, white students who are merely average are still more likely to have advanced or accelerated classes once they get to high school. Now, what does that mean? It means that those students are going to get more prepared for the SAT, right? They're going to get more prepared for the ACT. They're going to take the test and they're going to do better. And we're going to act shocked when people of color do worse on a test that they were systemically excluded from preparing for, as if that is a surprise. I mean, black and Latino students of whatever socioeconomic status, 2.5 times more likely than whites to be put into remedial classes, where they're not going to receive the same instruction, they're not going to have the same coursework, they're not going to be challenged in the same way, right? And so we then act surprised when in 11th grade they take the SAT, the ACT, they don't do as well, and then our society says, what? Well, now you're not capable of going on to college, or at least not that college, because you're not as smart as somebody else over here. The fact that the structure of the educational system guaranteed that you would not do as well, virtually assured it, is something we don't want to talk about. But that's the systemic issue.
To me, our achievement gap is largely a function of institutional racism. It's largely a function of how we do education. The overassignment of students of color to special education, that's institutional racism. It's built into the system. Institutional racism is where there's a set of assumptions, behaviors, procedures, ways of doing things that are just commonly accepted that everybody kind of participates in, but they have these inequitable results by race. Overassignment of students to special ed, students of color to special ed. Overassignment of your least experienced, least trained, least educated, most alternatively educated teachers to the kids, to students of color. If you look at a district that's very racially diverse and has middle class, lower class, all of your most experienced, most educated, best teachers will be in the middle class white schools, and the greater percentage of your least experienced new teachers, particularly brand new teachers, least educated, most alternatively certified, will be in your low income schools, particularly students of color. And that's national, and it's accepted. That's institutional racism. Overassignment of kids of color to buildings that are the worst buildings, have the worst supplies, have the worst equipment or the least equipment. Underassignment of kids of color to gifted class. All the experts say gifted is equally distributed across all populations. So if I go into a gifted class in a diverse school, I ought to see the same proportions of kids in the gifted as I see in the low track. But 90% of the schools you go into, if you go to a low track school in a diverse school, it'll be kids of color, low income, in the low track, and in the high track will be white middle class kids.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm Marjorie and the South Orange Maple Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/SoMore Radio. That's facebook.com/SoMore Radio. You can tweet us at SoMore Radio. That's at SoMore Radio. You can also send us your email at somore.org@gmail.com. That's somore.org@gmail.com. So Margie, what's the latest local news? You have any local news?
So we finished arguing, thank God.
You want to talk about?
No, that's the thing. Local. Wait a minute. I did see one article. One article. But I do know, Anselm, in a week, we will know who's won these office because election day is next Tuesday.
So we'll know who's on the Board of Education.
Yeah, and who's on the Township Committee. That's elections are so exciting. It's too bad we can't sit there and watch how these things get counted up. These votes get counted.
Well, here's some local news. South Orange moves forward to reduce speed limit on South Orange Avenue. Think that's a good thing?
Why are they doing that? From 30 to 25?
I think from 30 to 25. South Orange is moving ahead with an ordinance to lower the speed limit on South Orange Avenue in the village center. At the South Orange Village Board of Trustees meeting last night, the village president, Alex Torpy, introduced an ordinance that would lower the speed limit on a portion of South Orange Avenue from 30 miles per hour to 25 miles per hour. The ordinance will request the Essex County impose the speed reduction on South Orange Avenue between Ward Place and North Ridgewood Avenue. We are just asking the county to lower the speed limit a bit as people are driving through downtown, Torpy said. This is one of the components of what we have certainly talked about as far as trying to make the downtown more pedestrian friendly. You believe that? You know what that's for, right?
What is it for?
What do you think it's for?
What, to slow down?
Yeah. So move it from 30 to 25. What do you think it's for?
Well, if you don't believe it's to make it pedestrian friendly, what do you believe it's for?
Actually, what do you think it's for?
I'm going to accept what they say. I mean, other than to make increase commercial traffic and perhaps, people will buy more things. But other than that, I can't.
You know what that's for? That's for to bring more revenue into South Orange.
Oh, you mean to give tickets?
Of course it is. Of course it is. That's what it is. So what they're going to do between Prospect Street and Ward Place, you're going to have police traps. And a lot of people are going to be pulled over, and it's going to bring added revenue in to South Orange.
I mean,
sometimes when we read these things, it sounds good. It sounds really, really good. The ordinance passed for introduction unanimously was scheduled for a second reading at the November 24th board meeting, at which type of public hearing will be held. In addition, Village Administrator Barry Lewis took the time to review the village responses to the best practice checklist, a mechanism by which state make recommendations for the best practice that it wants New Jersey municipalities to implement. Towns are required to respond, and depending on the score, you need to get a certain percentile, or there's a possibility of reduction of age. They always get that. That's no big deal. So there it is.
There it is.
They're gonna reduce it from 30 to 25, and then they're gonna start hand out tickets.
Let me tell you, the most exciting, not exciting, I think the most interesting thing I read today was about the Pope. That's why I asked you, did you believe in Adam and Eve?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know. You say you never thought about.
If I believe in the Pope?
If you believe in the creation story as written in the Bible, or do you believe that human life evolved from a lower species?
If it's in the St. James versions, I believe in it.